on his way. Devil is on his way. Devil is on his way, motherfucker. The devil gonna make you pay. Fall to your knees. Devil is on his way. Fall to your knees. Devil gonna make you pay. Fall to your knees. Devil is on his way. Motherfucker, he's on his...
Mountain Murders is an Appalachian true crime podcast. Listener discretion is advised. The show contains graphic language and depictions of violence. It may not be suitable for all audiences.
We say fuck a lot.
Now, I should mention a couple of things about Danny. So, after his confession, he recanted the Ratchford and the 2 Florida murders, but he was still convicted for the Ratchford murder. He was eventually charged with those 3 counts of first-degree murder, and the woman that kind of blew investigators out of the water when he admits to this 1992 killing was that this woman, Deborah Ratchford, she was 30 years old. She'd been stabbed to death and was found near Oakland Street Cemetery. So clearly, over the years, like, he had murdered this woman by stabbing, and so when he'd moved on to murdering Heather and Randi, he was trying something else.
Yeah, it's practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny would have definitely continued to kill women and prey on them and abuse women.
Now, here's another crazy thing. When this was going to trial, Danny claimed that he had sex with the assistant district attorney, a woman named Stephanie Hamlin. But this couldn't happen. I mean, it was very obvious it couldn't happen because he would have been in jail at the time he claimed he had had sex with her.
Yeah. And I'm going to guess.
But it was declared a mistrial. So then they had to go back and, do a whole trial over again.
Just for him having made the accusation.
Yes. And he made some crazy claim that, he had sex with this assistant district attorney and that she was all heartbroken because he dumped her to go be with Nicole. But then, he had been in jail and there were some other things that came up that were that never happened. I mean, it was very obviously a lie. But it was just his way again of controlling the narrative.
And it worked.
Fucking everything up.
It worked.
This guy. So then he writes a letter to the Gastonia Gazette. And since then, it seems like old Danny's gone silent. But I have a feeling it's probably not the last we're going to hear of this stupid asshole.
My God, his letter would be like, I'll have you know, sir.
I'm sitting over here in the AC getting me 3 hot meals a day.
I enjoy every waking moment of my life.
I love this pea soup they're serving me.
Fuck Danny. I hope he doesn't enjoy that. And I hope he's realized now, being attached to that $55 million hospital that's probably, a bit outdated now and way overpriced and too expensive to go to, I hope he doesn't enjoy that anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Right? Oh, the parking lots had just causing so much runoff that his sewers is backing up. I know. That's what I hope happens. The runoff gets to Danny after a while. The runoff.
Well, resources for today's episode, Dylan, several newspaper articles from the Charlotte Observer, the Gastonia Gazette, various other newspapers. And then one of the big resources I used was a book by M. William Phelps called The Killing Kind.
Jesus.
Which you can download for Kindle. I believe it's $3 if you want to order the book from Amazon. And they have a lot of copies at our local library if you like the online. So, you can probably find it at your local library because Phelps is a pretty big true crime writer.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That has been the case of Heather and Randi. It's a really sad story, and I really fucking don't like Danny at all. I don't even know him, but he's stupid. He has a stupid face that I want to punch.
No, he is stupid. He does deserve to be punched. Definitely.
He's just a piece of shit. And then on top of, being a piece of shit, his attitude toward women.
Yeah.
His hypocrisy and the double standard, that pisses me off.
If he was some, well-to-do or polished or real square guy who doesn't do drugs, and then it wouldn't make it okay for him to be like, oh, these women doing drugs, they're subhuman. But you're doing all the things that you're using to rationalize them being, shitbirds, and you're doing all this stuff too.
And you're the shitbird who can't get laid unless you give somebody crack. So what does that make you? You
And you're
disgusting piece of shit.
The only reason any of these women
so gross.
ever had sex with you is because they want the drug.
Not because they want you.
Not because they want you.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
He's gross.
Fuck Danny.
I'll post some photos on Instagram of Danny, Heather, Nicole, Randi. You can have a gander at this guy. He's not a looker. I'll just say that. He looks crusty.
I can smell him from over here.
If you would like more content, join us at patreon.com/Mountain Murders Podcast. You can always drop us an email if you have some awesome feedback or you have a case suggestion. We just like hearing from you guys. And where can they reach us, Dylan?
They can reach us at mountainmurderspodcast@gmail.com.
Unless you're Mary, and we want to hear from you.
Man, fuck Mary.
We got your one review, and I have to say, again, you're not my favorite listener.
Yeah, you know what she can review next?
D's Nuts?
D's Nuts.
I knew you were going to say that.
How'd you know that?
Because I love to review D's Nuts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My nuts. D's Nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a pair of D's Nuts.
D's Nuts.
That's true.
Bitch.
Yeah.
We're being really silly right now. Okay. Thanks for joining us again for this story. And we will be back on Wednesday if the Lord's a willing and the creek don't rise, Dylan.
It's true.
For another offbeat episode, we will continue our series on missing in the park.
It just only gets weirder.
Only gets more bizarre. You are absolutely correct. Well, until next time, peace out.